Come into my world, I've got to show.
Hey guys, I want to talk to you today and do a demonstration about one of my new favorite products, and it is the FakeBake Flawless Self Tanner. Now I posted on my Facebook page about a month or half ago or so when I got it, and I have been using it ever since, and I love it. So I am wicked pale, and I don't tan. I'm talking like even if I go out in the sun, I'll get a 3rd degree burn, I'll have like a nasty burn tan where the skin is like discolored and rough, and then I'll just be white again, or maybe that burn tan will stay and it's really gross and I look like an alligator. But I don't tan as a general rule at all. And I've used self-tanners in the past, and they were terrible. They would rub off on your clothes, they would make you look like a zebra, they would always go on unevenly, or they would, when they wore off, they'd wear off like in patches, and it was really obvious. It would sink into parts of your skin really bad. They smelled terrible. I mean, they took forever to dry. You'd have to just sit there like this, like naked for forever. It was just bad. And so I was a little hesitant to try another one, but I tried this without ever, you know, hearing about it, because at Ulta, my reward points left me with an option of something to choose, and this happened to be on the list during that quarter of options for me. So I got it free. It retails for $25 at Ulta, but I hear you can buy it on Amazon for a lot cheaper, so that's probably where I'll buy it when I finish this one. This thing is amazing, okay? So it comes in a box like this, and when you open the box, you get a pair of rubber gloves, and then you get a mitt that you apply with, and then the actual spray itself. So this is the bottle. See, I'm guessing I've used about that much in a month, so it'll probably last me a while. And the way that you apply it is you put on the mitt, and the reason they give you gloves, the reason they give you gloves is because the mitt can get wet and you don't want to get it on your hand. So you'll put on the gloves, then you'll put your hand in the glove. Now the instructions say to spray onto the mitt and then rub on your skin, but I don't do that because I don't want to waste a lot of product, because I feel like the mitt will absorb it. So I spray onto my skin and then rub with the mitt. It has a color guard on it, which is what it's called. When you spray it, you'll see where it's going because it goes on a little bit darker than it is, and so it'll wash off in the shower. You put it on, wait 4 to 6 hours, wash it off. You can go to bed in it. It's not going to rub off on your sheets. Or what I do most of the time, guys, to be completely honest, is I do this in the morning. I go to work, I do my whole day. Nobody has a clue that it's on me because it's not like super dark, and then I'll just wash it off when I get home that night. You can apply it kind of as many times as you want to get the desired color that you like. So for example, if you want a really warm color, really like super tan, I would do it like 3 days in a row. And then once you get that color, you just have to do it once a week to keep it up. So it's really easy. I usually do it once a week, maybe twice a week, just depending on when I feel like I need to. Like right now, I can tell I'm looking a little pasty, so I'm gonna do it tonight. So I just kind of try to do it whenever I can. I'm not like super good about it, but what I like is that it doesn't matter. You know, if I don't do it for a little while, it's not like my skin, I don't like look like a giraffe or anything. Like it just fades over your whole body really naturally, so you can't really tell. Now, one important thing about using this is taking care of your skin beforehand. Is you have to make sure to exfoliate in the shower before you put on your tanner, because if you don't exfoliate, you're just gonna spray and it's gonna kind of like stick to that dead skin, and then as it falls off, as you shower, as whatever happens, you're gonna lose your tan a lot quicker than if you exfoliate, so every time you're tanning, you're putting it on new skin. Now to exfoliate, you can do it a few different ways. One thing I use the Soft Soap Coconut Scrub, and it has like little exfoliating beads in it that kind of work on your skin. That's an option, but a lot of times I forget that I have this in the shower because I'm used to reaching for my regular body wash. But it's fine if I use my regular, because I just use a loofah, and this is one of like the really firm ones that's really like exfoliating, kind of like scratchy. So even if I use regular soap, I just rub this on my skin really firm in the shower, and it doesn't matter if I like forget to use this one. The whole point is just that you exfoliate. So I rub really good on my whole body, everywhere that I put the tanner, focusing on like my elbows, knees, and ankles. And then when I get out of the shower, I always put moisturizer on my face every time I get out of the shower. This is the moisturizer that I use, and on the days that I'm gonna self-tan, I just take an extra pump or two and I rub on my elbows, and I rub on my knees, and I rub on my ankles and the tops of my toes, and then whatever's left, I do my hands. If the skin is not well moisturized before you self-tan, then when you spray on that self-tanning liquid, that area is gonna absorb the tanner a lot quicker, and you're gonna look a little uneven. I learned that the first time. When I did it the first time, I didn't put lotion on my knees, and so my knees were kind of splotchy. Again, nothing like life or death. It just wasn't as cute as I thought it should have been. So I always make sure to put on lotion on all of those places. That's pretty much it. It's ridiculously easy to apply. Did I mention that it smells amazing? Like amazing. Like most of these smell gross. This one just smells like coconut and pineapple. Like it just smells like suntan lotion, the kind of that makes you think of being on the beach. I always keep the cap on because it does get a little, it'll leak a little bit just even though it's sitting there somehow. So I always keep the lid on, and then I store everything in the box just like you saw it when it came in. So when I'm finished, after I'm finished self-tanning, I'll lay everything out on the counter so that the mitt can dry, and then I'll just drop the lid bottle back in, put it inside the box, and that's it until the next time that I use it. I seriously cannot say enough good things about this product. For one, the color is not orange. It is super natural. If you just like Google this, there's a bunch of other YouTubers out there doing videos, and I'll look at them that they use it, and we all, like me and them, we all have super different skin color, different complexion, different skin tone, and it works the same on everybody. So I really like it. I do not self-tan my face. Some people put this on their face. I have a sensitive face, so I haven't done it yet because I'm a little scared to try it, but some people do. FakeBake is the brand. They also sell something specifically for the face, but I didn't want to buy that either. So all I do to make up for my face being a little lighter is just when I purchase foundation, I purchase it like a shade darker or two than I normally would, and that's how I do it. So if I'm not wearing any makeup, it's mildly noticeable, but most of the time I'm wearing makeup, and even if I don't like do a full face on every day, I will always at least put on like my Stay Not Flat NYX powder, just like a quick coat, and it's a little bit darker, so that'll even me out. So I never have a problem with the fact that I don't do my face. That's up to you. If your skin isn't really sensitive, by all means, I would put it on your face, give it a shot. Some people out there will use other things during the week to kind of keep their tan going. I bought this, and this is the Hemp Bronzing Moisturizer. It's a big old bottle. I bought it at Sally's, and I bought this with the intention of using it throughout the week when I don't self-tan to keep my tan up. But I used it once. I've only used it once, and it smelled weird, and I was not a fan of that. I felt really like gross and sticky and kind of nasty, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Right now, as of now, I don't do anything during the week to keep it up except just do this again whenever I feel pasty. So I'll go ahead and do the demo. I'll show you guys how I apply it. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me over the rumbly fan in my bathroom. I'll try to talk loud. But you have to work pretty quickly when you're using a tanner because it dries fast. But that's an awesome thing because that doesn't mean you have to like sit around waiting for it to dry all night. So I'll first tell you how I'm going to do it, and then I'll actually do it. So I'm just going to I put my gloves on, and I'm going to take the spray, and I'm just going to spray a few times on my skin, and I'm going to work in small portions because it's easier to do quickly. So I'm going to go from my shoulder to my elbow, and I'll spray a few times on the skin, slip the mat on, and always using the brown side, I'm just going to rub and rub and rub until I feel like I get it really good on. And then when it disappears and when I'm satisfied, I'll stop, spray some more, and do the rest of my arm. And then I'll show you how to do my hand. Normally I do this after I get out of the shower and I've dried off my body and put my moisturizer on, so I normally do it without clothes on because then I don't have to worry about getting it on my clothes or, you know, moving things to get the lines. So I would recommend it doing that way, but obviously I'm not about to go on the buff for a YouTube video, especially when y'all haven't even taken me to dinner yet. Whoops, just kidding. So I'm just gonna do it like this for now. So it's easier to do it when you don't have any clothes on. Okay, so I'm just gonna spray a few times. Just like that on my arm. You can see it's really dark. And then I'm just gonna rub it in, just like that. It goes on really dark, which I like because I feel like you can really see where you put it. Okay, just like that. And sometimes I'll spray like one on the on the mitt and then get under, because sometimes I don't feel like I'm completely satisfied, and really get under your arm, get everywhere with it. If you do wear clothes, I would suggest doing it with something you don't really mind getting it on. Okay, check that out, looks good. You can't really tell as you're doing it, but it's on there, I promise. So I'm gonna do my arm. And just always remembering, I kind of go in circles around my arm so I can make sure I'm getting it in, rubbed in everywhere. Always make sure to bend your joints to get it in between every little skin crevice, otherwise it'll look funny and you'll be kind of like streaked. Okay, and then when I finish doing the arm, I just kind of rub over the whole thing one more time to make sure I got it everywhere, getting in the armpit, just getting everywhere. Okay, and then we're gonna do the hand. Now the hand, I just take off the glove of whatever hand I'm gonna spray, and then I'm going to take my mitt and I'm going to give one spray onto the mitt and I'm just going to pat it onto my hand. So spray once, and then I'm just going to pat onto the top of my hand, and then I'll rub it in. Now the reason I do it like this is And I'm gonna grab each finger and kind of go on them like that, get between the fingers, and then always make sure to get into the knuckles. So I kind of put my hand like this and just rub into each one. That way it'll get in between those little like wrinkles in the knuckles, because if you don't, and you do it with your hand flat, when you bend, you'll see the little white creases where you didn't, and it'll look ugly. So just always kind of make sure to do it like that. And then go on the sides, and then just fade onto the wrist. You never want to do it on the palm of your hands, because the palm of your hands should not have tan on them, okay? That's always going to be white, so just kind of go around. So that's it. This whole arm is already dry. I could already put on clothes. It's not going to rub off on my clothes. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my body, and then I'll be right back to talk to you guys again. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention when I was actually putting on the product is that the way I did my hands, the one pump on the mitt and then rubbing it in, is the same way I do all of my joints. I do my knees that way, and I make sure to always bend my knee as I'm rubbing it on, and then I also do the one pump on the mitt, and then do my feet and ankles that way too. Now, because it's winter, I don't really worry about getting my back. My husband's the only one that's going to see it, and he doesn't give a care. And so I don't really worry about getting my back too well. I do get my top of my neck, I spray it, and I just kind of rub up into my hairline, so in case my hair's up, the back of my neck will look fine. And then another thing is that you should always try to shave your legs before you do it. It's kind of the same concept as exfoliating, because if you shave, you know, like the next day after tanning, you're probably going to lose some of your color. But like I said, it's the winter time, and so my legs aren't really getting shown off that much anyways. They're mostly like in pants and leggings and boots because it's cold. So I don't really worry about that too much either. But those are just little tidbits, you know, for when the seasons change. So that's it. I hope that that was informative for you guys and I didn't ramble too much and maybe it helped you guys. Remember, the way I applied it, you know, that's my preference. That's what works for me. So play with it and give it a shot. Remember, it's cheaper on Amazon from what I hear. And then if I kind of lacked in the area of explaining it, you can look. There's tons of different reviews on it. All different people using the product and showing how they use it. And so maybe one will work. But hopefully I explained it well enough. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.